It's been a lot of fun. It has changed a lot. Even just our newcomer community has changed a lot. There's a lot more cultures represented than there used to be, and there's a lot more people that have come to Winterfest. So for the first bunch of years, it was a one pavilion. Everybody was an access event center, and we outgrew that. So we weren't able to fit everything that we wanted to do, and we weren't able to fit in everybody that wanted to come. So then we went to this multi-pavilion model a couple of years ago, and it's working really well for us.
Yeah, it is going to be a lot of fun. It takes place on Saturday from 12 to 5 p.m. There are 6 multicultural pavilions?
There are 6 pavilions and 1 outdoor pavilion. No, 5 pavilions and 1 outdoor pavilion.
Yeah, I have here, there is the Canadian Pavilion / Ice Sculptures at Lake Minnewaska, the Indigenous Cultural Showcase at 500 Stephen, the East Asia Pavilion is at the Access Event Center, the South Asia Pavilion is at the Westside Community Church, the Africa Pavilion is at the Morden Activity Center, and the Europe Latin America Pavilion is at the Ecole Discovery Trails Gym. How excited are you for these people to be able to show off their culture to everyone? Like, how excited are you to host these pavilions at each of these locations?
As a committee, we're super excited, but we're also seeing that everybody is really excited to participate in that as well. We've got probably 400 to 500 volunteers between all the pavilions, and that is a good chunk of our newcomer community right there. So everyone's just so excited to show off their culture.
How cool is that for you, Shelley? Before the event even starts, you see these numbers of the volunteers that have joined on to help for these pavilions, the volunteers that are helping you. How much does it mean to you to see all of these people get involved and get excited? We're not even at the event yet, and we have all these people excited about it.
Yeah, we're not at the event yet, but even just as a committee, what a group of wonderful, hardworking people that are pavilion managers and marketing and finance and transportation and all these different roles that need to be filled. And they're big roles. These are roles that you're putting on an event all on its own. That probably has 100 volunteers for...
Yeah, like each of these pavilions is an event unto itself, never mind the whole thing. It takes a lot of people to put this thing on. My favorite part is it is free. It's free. A free event.
Yeah, everything's free. The entertainment's free. The food is free. You park at one of the pavilions, and free transportation will take you from pavilion to pavilion. If you don't want to find parking at all of them, or if it's cold, it'll drop you right off at the door, and you get on the next bus when you're done.
Looks like it's going to be
all free.
Great. Looks like it's going to be cold. Go figure. Canada in the middle of winter. It is what it is. Morden's Multicultural Winterfest takes place on Saturday. Lelaine, you were involved in the South Asia Pavilion.
East Asia,
pardon me.
Yeah.
I am very excited to find out a little bit more about that. Do you want to stick around and tell me what is all going on there?
Yes.
That is coming up after Post Malone, Luke Combs. This is Guy for that. You're listening to the Country 88 Morning Show powered by Green Valley Equipment. We're talking Morden's Multicultural Winterfest. Takes place on Saturday. Saturday, the forecast says minus 15 for the high, so not the worst winter day, which is perfect for Morden's Multicultural Winterfest taking place from 12 to 5 p.m. There are 6 pavilions throughout Morden. One of those pavilions is run by Lelaine.
Yes.
Did I say your name right?
Yes.
Oh, that's the first time I've got it right. Can you tell me a little bit more about the East Asia Pavilion? Okay, let's start with this. What is East Asia?
Okay, so East Asia consists of Philippines, Indonesia, and China.
Okay, China's included in that.
Yes.
See, and when I think East Asia or Southeast Asia, my first thought is Indonesia or the Philippines and those little island countries. What connects Philippines and Indonesia and China? What connects those cultures?
Okay, so we are neighboring countries, so it's really very similar. The cultures, the traditions, the food, almost everything is like really connected.
Okay. So what are we going to see at the East Asia Pavilion, Lelaine?
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yes, me too. So for the East Asia, we have volunteers showcasing their talents. So you're going to see performers, Tai Chi demonstration, singing,
What
dancing.
the heck is Tai Chi?
Okay, so this is, I think that I don't want to mess it up for China. This is a meditation form of like martial arts.
Okay.
So you have to watch that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and-
Sorry, I interrupted. What else is going on?
Okay, so we're going to have display tables as well and kids corner. Also, who doesn't like food? We're going
You're
to
preaching to the choir.
we're going to give out sample of food such as Chinese tea eggs, prawn crackers, lumpia, which is spring roll, and pancit, which is as fried noodles.
Pancit.
Pancit,
Is
yeah.
fried noodles.
Yes.
And what was the egg roll or the spring roll that you
Spring
said?
roll, lumpia.
Lumpia. So
Lumpia.
what's okay? So you call it a spring roll.
Yeah.
What makes it lumpia though? Is lumpia just another word for spring
Yeah,
roll, or
this
is
is-
it a little bit different than a spring roll?
It is spring roll is the English name, and then lumpia is the Filipino Tagalog name.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What goes in a traditional Filipino spring roll? What ingredients go inside of the spring roll?
Minced pork, carrots, and then spices, and then you wrap it in a lumpia wrapper, and then you fry it.
Oh, and a lumpia wrapper is a very specific type of dough, I assume,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, okay. What's your favorite Filipino food? What's the number one Filipino food that everyone should try?
So in every occasion, pancit and lumpia are always a staple. So if you go to a birthday party or a wedding, for sure there will
Always.
be lumpia and pancit.
Okay, I have so many questions. Pancit fried noodles, is it literally just noodles, or do you
Noodles.
add other things
Yes,
to it?
we add like chicken or pork or shrimp and vegetables as well.
Oh man, I am hungry. You gotta go check it out at the East Asia Pavilion. That one is at the Access Event Center. We'll highlight all of the pavilions and everything else going on at Morden's Multicultural Winterfest in the next 10. Joined by some folks that are involved in Morden's Multicultural Winterfest, Shelley and Laleen. Shelley, 6 multicultural pavilions throughout Morden from 12 to 5 on Saturday, February 8th. But I'm sure there's a couple things that I've missed. Shelley, what's new this year?
There are a number of things that are new this year. It is our 15th anniversary, so we wanted to add a few extra things. There is a mascot contest. You can read about that on our Facebook page. There's also going to be a kids' activities craft corner in 4 of the indoor pavilions. We wanted to include more young families and things for kids to do. So if you bring your kids over, there'll be different cultural crafts and activities in those corners. There are going to be an expanded ice sculpture activities.
Yeah, like those ice sculptures, I don't know if they've always been there at Winterfest, but it's never actually been a part of Winterfest, the ice sculptures.
It's always run alongside Winterfest, and this year we decided to just all plan and market and everything together.
I love that.
So there's a whole bunch of new things going on in the ice sculpture realm. I believe that it's now finalized that they're going to be bringing a couple of chunks of ice right into town.
Cool.
And doing an ice sculpture that we can look at for the next little while until it melts, I guess.
Where do you get all these ice sculptors from? Like, where do you find these people? Who sculpts ice?
There's a couple of local sculptors.
Okay.
I believe that it's Barry who did the eagle outside of the park. Is going to be doing some
like
ice
the
sculpture.
wooden one.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and some people I believe are coming out from Winnipeg.
Okay.
So it's going to be a really neat demonstration, and there's some there's some ways to be involved.
That's so cool. You also wanted to thank some sponsors. Without them, obviously, none of this is possible.
Oh, we've been so well supported. This year is going to be bigger than ever because of sponsorship. It's sponsored in part this year by the Government of Canada through a Heritage Grant.
Oh,
and
cool.
We have a number of platinum sponsors that I wanted to mention, Decor Cabinet Company, United Way, and Morden Thrift Shop. And please see our website for another 20 sponsors that have given so generously to this event so that we can keep it all free.
It's so cool to see that list of sponsors, and it seems like that list kind of grows every year. Like there's always another one joining.
Yeah.
For those who are curious about getting around on the day of Winterfest, you guys have shuttles that go all across Morden, right?
That's right. There's going to be 3 buses that are going to be going on a route that you can find on our website and Facebook page as well. So you just park at whatever has parking. Access Event Center has a lot of parking. Westside Church has parking.
Yep.
So park at one of those, and then you can just jump on a shuttle and go from pavilion to pavilion throughout the day.
Yeah, you got to go check out as many pavilions as you possibly can. You could probably fit all 6 within that day. Like, you could probably see all 6 of those pavilions within the 5 hours that Winterfest takes place on February 8th. That's Saturday from 12 to 5 p.m. It is absolutely free, and you can go to morden.ca/Winterfest for all the details. There is a map that shows you where all the pavilions are. It shows you the shuttle route. And then, Shelley, I don't know if you're allowed to say or if you know, but when do we get to see the mascot? When does that happen?
The mascot's going to be announced at 4 p.m. At the East Asian Pavilion.
Okay. Very, very exciting. I also know that Pembina Valley Local Immigration Partnership has an event tomorrow to kind of kick off Winterfest. It is connecting communities and cultures. That is, the details for that is on the events calendar. And then Morden's Winterfest comes up on Saturday, February 8th from 12 to 5. Shelley, Laline, thank you so much for joining us, and have fun this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.